Hey Boo oh, okay, 5 seconds. What's up, Boo? Like you see in my background, I am currently in my room, and what you call it? It's nighttime. It's 11:30 right now, and I just had a very interesting mini Southern accent. That's what I get for watching a certain show. But like, hang on. Hair. Okay. But anyway, I'm in a Batman jacket. I don't care. I'm cold. Okay, so you guys cannot judge me for this nonsense. But this is my reaction rant to Supergirl Season 2, Episode 4, titled Survivors, which premiered yesterday, because today is still Tuesday. And hang on for a sec. Sorry guys, I thought I heard something, but it's currently like 11:30 right now, so I kind of, it's not way late, but I kind of don't want to wake anyone up. But anyway, let's start this off. Survivors, originally I had the video, halfway recorded earlier in the day, but again, my boyfriend interrupted the video, and I decided, you know what, might as well start from scratch, right? So, let's get to Survivors. Ja'an pretty much asked Mon-El to stay at the DEO, one, for his apparent protection, but at the same time, to be fully examined. And, during that time, Supergirl, I believe Supergirl was there, but I know for a fact Alex and Maggie were already there. I believe Supergirl was also there. Apparently a dead alien body was found, right? And, judging by, you know, his hands, it seemed like he was roughed up or was in a fight, right? But they can't tell if it was defensive or he was murdered, all that stuff. They don't know. And, they notice that there's a spike thing inside his body, and they examine it, and they find out that this spike thing comes from an actual alien that registered under the president's registration thing, and Maggie and Alex follow this mysterious murderer, right? And they track him down, and he ends up, of course, fighting them and all that stuff. And during the fight between the three of them, Alex, Maggie, and this alien guy, who, by the way, he had like spikes coming out of his arms. He kind of reminds me of that one Marvel character. I don't know if he actually goes by the name in the comics, but I distinctly remember a teenage version of this this X-Men character in that old not really old animated show, but I think it was called X-Men Evolution or something like that. And the premise of X-Men Evolution was like most of the X-Men, if not all of them, were like teenagers. And there was this one kid who went by the name Spike, I believe. The way Spike had the spikes on his arm kind of reminds me of this specific alien too, but like I said, during the fight between Alex, Maggie, and this alien, this sketchy looking black van shows up, opens up, and a good chunk of people come out and like pretty much beat up Maggie and Alex and kidnap this alien and just drive away. And of course the DEO's like, what happened? Who are those people? They don't know. And they're like, why did they need our murdering alien for? I thought that was really interesting. I thought, like I said, the alien in general with the spikes on his arm kind of reminds me of that X-Men guy from the animation. I believe he's also in the comics, but I'm not much of a Marvel person. My boyfriend is. I'm more DC. That's why I can't really tell you at the bat right now. But anyway, Maggie manages to track down a source on a possible at least the people who took the alien that they're trying to track down, right? And they managed to find this secret facility that has a bunch of people, like high profile political people and high profile economical people, like celebs and rich people basically. They're all dressed up and everything. And so they decide to dress up too, and they even have those masquerade masks and everything. And apparently there's the secret facility is hosting these people to watch some sort of alien cage match, death fight or something like that, that's being held by a chick by the name of Roulette. And Roulette is very well known. The moment I saw her in the previews, like in episode 3, Was it episode 3? Yeah, episode 3. Like, after episode 3, they obviously showed a preview of episode 4, and they showed her, and I was like, oh my gosh, Roulette, right? I was so happy, because I know Roulette quite well. More specifically, of course, I knew her in the comic, but I was more into her when she made her first media appearance, from what I know, her first media appearance in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. I believe she made in 2 different episodes. I want to say the Cat and the Canary episode and Grudge Match episode. Where she had like a meta brawl with Wildcat and other metahumans, also involved Green Arrow and Canary, which is the episode The Cat and Canary. And for Grudge Match, she had a meta brawl, but then she decided, she wanted it to be an all-girl thing, so she changed it to Glamour Slam, and she pretty much managed to get some mind control technology to brainwash some female leaguers like Vixen, Fire, Hot Girl, Wonder Woman, and Black Canary. And yes, I'm actually talking about the episode of Justice League Unlimited, because it's the same character, and her first live action appearance, I believe, was in the 9th season of Smallville, if I remember correctly. I was into Smallville, but I don't think I watched up to season 9. At least I don't remember. I might have, but it's been so long that I don't remember much. Anyway, this is like 3rd overall media appearance of Roulette, and only 2nd with live action, which is pretty cool. But a fun factoid about Roulette is that they did manage to give her real full name, like she in the comics. Like in the comics, her real name is Veronica Sinclair, and they keep her name in this episode, which I'm very happy that they didn't really alter her name. It's still Veronica Sinclair. And they also kept the fact that she's not an alien, she's not metahuman, she's just a normal human being, but she does have martial arts expertise. But you don't really see it in this episode. But in the comics, she does. And in the comics, her grandfather was a Golden Age villain with the same name, Roulette, and who ran a controversial casino and actually fought Terry Sloan. If you guys don't know who Terry Sloan is a superhero in DC Comics and was the first person to take up the mantle of Mr. Terrific. Now, Mr. Terrific, Justice Society of America, All-Star Squadron, Black Lantern Corps, Olympic level athlete, master martial artist, genius level intellect, photographic memory, and Mr. Terrific has appeared in other media. He has appeared as a JSA member in Smallville, in that 2-part episode, Absolute Justice, I believe, and Terry Sloan, anyway, it has appeared in, hasn't been actually counted as Terry Sloan, but a Mr. Terrific has been seen in Smallville. The Terry Sloan version of Mr. Terrific appeared in the animation Batman and Brave and the Bold, and believe it or not, there is a Terry Sloan in the CW show, the CW show Arrow. However, his name is not Terry Sloan. They have changed his name to Curtis Holt. Actually, no. Strike that. I'm sorry. Totally wrong. Terry Sloan is mentioned in the 3rd episode of the 5th season of the CW Arrow. Curtis Holt is actually Arrow's version of Michael Holt. And Michael Holt is actually the 2nd character in the comics to actually become Mr. Terrific. So, yeah, Arrow kind of pretty much altered Michael Holt. Curtis Holt is the CW Arrow's version of Michael Holt in the comics, but Terry Sloan is mentioned because Curtis mentions that his inspiration for his Fair Play jacket is actually based off of Terry Sloan, a wrestler that used to use the moniker Mr. Terrific, and he looks up to him as a hero. So I thought that was pretty cool that Roulette actually has a connection to Terry Sloan, because at one point she believed Terry Sloan was her grandfather in the comics, but it is indicated that her actual grandfather is actually Terry Sloan's brother Ned Sloan. So the fact that Roulette is actually related to Mr. Terrific somehow is actually really interesting, because Mr. Terrific's brother is the grandfather of Roulette, which I thought was a very, very interesting connection, you know what I mean? Sadly, of course, we won't be able to see this connection. Like I said, Curtis, who is based on Michael Holt, who mentioned Terry Sloan, all are in Arrow. And then Roulette is on Supergirl. Yes, they're now both on the CW, but apparently from what I heard, they are not in the same universe, unfortunately, despite the fact that Supergirl has moved to CW. And yeah, anyway, going back to it, I'm spending so much time on two Mr. Terrifics and Roulette right now. But anyway, like I said, Veronica Sinclair, aka Roulette, pretty much invited all these high-profile, political, economical, rich people to this secret facility to watch pretty much a death match, like an alien cage death match. And Alex and Maggie have infiltrated, and they see that unfortunately one of the contestants there, who is apparently an undefeated champion, is unfortunately McGann Morse, who actually in the ring, in this, alien fight club, she goes by Miss Martian. We finally hear the actual moniker of Miss Martian, and apparently McGann is using it in this alien death fight match, and unfortunately, she's involved as a contestant, and of course, in the middle of the fight, Kara manages to intervene as Supergirl, and unfortunately for her, when she interferes, and of course Alex and Maggie are saying, "Freeze, you're under arrest," and all that stuff, unfortunately everyone scatters and gets away, and Supergirl gets attacked by an alien that's also there named Draga, who manages to overpower her and escapes with the others, like the high profiles, and of course Roulette. Give me a second, guys. Draga, let's get into Draga. He is actually in the DC Comics. I had no idea he was, but apparently he first appeared in Adventures of Superman number 454. And during the 1989 Superman in Exile storyline, the only ability he really had was enhanced strength. And, well, he's superhumanly strong and resistant to injury, and his strength level is almost at the same class as Superman, which is amazing. He's actually made other media appearances, like he appeared in Justice League the Animated in War World, which is pretty much an adaptation of the Gladiator comic storyline. He appeared in issue 20 of the Young Justice comics that is based off the cartoon. And also, now this is actually his first, appearance basically outside comic and outside animated series. This is his first live action. So it's pretty cool to see Draga. Quite frankly, I didn't even know he existed. I had a feeling he might have, because of course they're going to pick out, people from DC, especially in the Superman, Supergirl world, right? And I was like, Lord knows who's actually in this world. It's a vast world, so that's why I'm not surprised, when they brought in Draga. Yes, he's in DC, but I had no idea about him. But anyway, yeah, after all that, Kara and Alex mentioned to Jean that they saw McGann and she's actually participating in this alien death fight thing, and he actually confronts her by literally going through her door, and he confronts her, and he believes, McGann's doing these underground fights because he believes that she believes herself to be guilty of being the last, surviving the extinction of their green Martian species, right? She feels guilty for that, and he believes, McGann feels guilt. Jean, let me rephrase this. Jean believes that McGann believes that she feels guilty for being a survivor of pretty much a holocaust of their friggin', I won't say holocaust, extermination of their species, right? And that's the reason why she's doing this, because she believes that she should be punished for being a survivor. And of course, that confrontation doesn't go on very well, and I realize I am running out of time. I will see you in a part 2 video real quick, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.